going? And welcome back to the series about rails. Now in the last episode we worked on the transportation of the wood from Tree Farm Island all the way over here to Charcoal Hill, and I left the episode with us needing to work on the loading part of the charcoal and doing some signals. So in this episode we're going to do that. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to set up the basics here at the Charcoal Hill so that we can load the charcoal trains up. So what's happening here, of course, is we've got the item loaders which are above the train. We've got a locking track here, which we'll get to why it's offset slightly in a second. We've got the logistical transporters, which are transporting the items from all the way over here, where we've got our charcoal in this actually additional storage crate, which is connected to a sorter behind it, and it sends items out, and of course all the charcoal comes in from the factory above. Now the reason why I had to use a small storage crate is because I tried using a storage drawer and the mechanism stuff won't connect to it. Well, it'll connect to it, it just won't put in or out of it. So I went for a actually additional storage crate just as a buffer, and so that the sorter upstairs just puts it all into here, and the sorter here on this side will then work out which of these ones here it will go into. Now, so each one of these, of course, is set up to load items up. However, what is going to happen is it's going to stop here and not do anything. So I thought what we need to do is probably set this to be a detector for items, so that we can set that to be like that. Actually, let's take out. Can we do? I wonder if we can place fire at that. Fire it that way? No, let's face it that way then. Place that there, set it to full. So if the cart that's sitting on here is full, it'll then fall and move it forward. Hopefully it will send its signal into here. Like that. We'll place that on there with a locking track. And then we will set this guy to be full. Yes, we'll do the same over here. No, we're not going to do it. I thought we might be lucky the second time, but no. It's fine. We'll stick that there. Hit it with that. Put that back on there. Word that, and that, and that. And so that won't, because what will normally happen with these guys is they'll output the moment they are empty or the cart's full. So we want to make sure that only we control when the cart's full. So what will actually happen is the engine and everything will get into here. It'll fill up as it goes. Now one of the other problems we're going to have is that the engine and the wheel spike are not always treated as full. So what we're going to have to go and do is load up another detector, probably for an advance. Where's the advanced detector? Should be around here somewhere. There it is. Just so we can say, okay, if it is one of those, we need to forward it on straight away. So let's put into here, we will put our locomotive, and we'll put a wheel spike, which I don't actually have there. Admin wheel spike, which is what we're using. So either of those will trigger that. We will grab ourselves a piece of alloy wire. Here. Just to stick there. Now I know that's going to trigger both this one and this one, but it's probably a little bit easier to do it this way, and it just means that we might half full a cart at some point. Because of course the moment it goes forward next, it'll stop it going any further. I'm not quite sure I like having a gap there. I might make this face downwards. Let's just do that. Take that out for a second. Face that down there. As you can see, I've got a nice little hollow area here for maintenance purposes. We will go into here, put that. We'll put that into there. and we will need to run it along there like that, and along there like that. This guy's already started, yes. Then we can place this block on top, and nobody will be the wiser, which would be great. Now, actually, I think, oh yeah, I forgot to put that on there. I think I actually need to put that there so that it triggers. Yeah, because that won't trigger like that, so we'd have to put that. Let's do that. I should do it. Because these blocks won't trigger the... I think it has to be this block here that does it. So what we can do now is we need to put back our logistics pipe. We'll grab this guy for now. There. And there. And we'll put that back on. Now, the next thing I thought we'd do is we need to probably have a cart. So, do we have any crafting tables? Crafting table. Because the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to make it based on the colour of the cart determines which track we go down. So you'll notice I've got actually 4 tracks here. I'm going to make this one wood. So this is our wood unloading track. And we're going to have an overflow over here for also wood unloading. Now I haven't set this up yet because I've only got 1 wood track, but it might come into use later on. These 2 tracks will be used for loading. So when we get to signalling in a moment, we're going to have to make it so it will detect what the carts are which engines are going down this path. So the first thing we're going to do is make a coloured engine. So by default they're normally grey and light grey. So let's make in this case a blue bottom and a black top. So as you can see, primary colour is black, secondary colour is blue, which will indicate it is our charcoal engine. We will stick that there. We'll have to face it the other way. Followed by some cargo carts. Now I'm using cargo carts here, which are from Railcraft. In the previous episode, I used the carts from Railcraft Editions for the wood because they look quite cool. But unfortunately, there's not a really cool charcoal-looking cart in that mod. We need to fill this guy up with, or at least set the filter to be charcoal, because these will only take 1 item. And we will need to, of course, give this guy some charcoal as well. A little bit of charcoal. Of course, it's going to go right under that and fill up anyway, so we'll grab some water. Plus, it will take stuff from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be enough. I don't know where. Oh, okay, I'm a little behind. 6. There you go, 6 of that. Perfect. And we'll get it idling at power 1. So hopefully what they will do is, as you can see, with the blue, the bottom of the train or the engine is blue and the top is black. When that guy moves forward, we can set up. Actually, all I need to do is we need to put some locking tracks in here, 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 and here, because of course this is our line and we don't want people going into that. We will need to place those into train lockdown mode. And then here we want to place in a relay box with a track on top. That. Same over here. Like that. And I'm just taking out the middle pieces here so we can access it later, because we need to be able to tune these up. And last but not least will be this one. And you'll notice that I am placing them 1 block back from the edge here. That's because they actually cover this block as well. They always cover one in the front of them. And if they were sitting here, it means we can't set these to automatically change, but it also means that when something is on here, it'll keep triggering them because it's covering this single block. The other thing I thought we'd do, though, is this guy ready to go yet? 100 degrees, he's idle, but he's out of charcoal already. Wow, he ate through that charcoal. So let's send him forward. Hopefully what will happen is he will stop. Look at that, perfect. And of course he'll stop here permanently later. Next thing I want to do though is grab, let's make up some block signals. And we're going to make it so that if there is a train on this piece of the track, this piece of the track, this piece of track, or this piece of track, we want these to change colours. That doesn't mean it's going to do anything, but it will at least give an indication of what's there, and we'll link those up in a moment. So this one's linking there. This one will link to over there. This one, is that too far back? That looks like it's. It is. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. Well, we need to move those one back that way. Because we need to cover the whole piece. I think it has the same thing where it will take one above, but I want it to be right above so it looks right. So we'll retry that link. Yeah, bandless, that's fine. We'll go back over to here and we'll link it up to there. Not that this will really matter because it's overflow track, but I do have a plan for it. That one to there, this one over to here. Where he's sitting already, he's ready to go. Shouldn't be, he's half empty. And over there. So you'll see that we should have 3 green and 1 red, which would be awesome. Next thing we're going to do is probably place these back in. So we'll link all those up. Next thing we want to do is go over to here, and I'm just thinking we're going to use this a little bit differently to normal. We only need those ones there at the moment. Take these out, and that out, and that out, and that out. Alright, we need to put in a switch. So this is a routing switch, which will let us control things from using colours and redstone signals. Place one there, and we'll also place in a receiver box behind there, behind there, and possibly one there as well. Initially we probably won't set that up, but we'll do that anyway. So this guy will link to there. This guy will link to there, sorry. This one will link to there, and this one will currently be unlinked. We will use it shortly to control this guy, because of course we don't want anything entering. If there's anything, if all 4 are taken up, we don't want anything entering, so we'll stop it there. But currently I will just do it this way. Now the other thing we'll need to be able to do this is some routing tables. And what we're going to do is we're going to say if the redstone, so this, if it's green, it's out emitting redstone, okay. So we want it to go down there. So we want to say and redstone, you must have the case correctly there. If a redstone is true, so it's green, and based on the top there, the color of the engine is any. We could say black, but it must be blue. That's our only requirement, is it must be blue. It'll go down here. We'll click on that, and that'll insert it into here for this switch to change it. Same with this one. So in the run at the moment, this will not switch down to here because there's a train on there a train on there full stop. It doesn't matter what type of train, as long as it's just got a train on there, it'll set it. This one here is going to be a little bit different. We want to set this to be an OR, because it's if it is a blue train, or not a blue train, we want it to go down this path. Or if the redstone from this guy is currently saying there's a train on there, we want it to go down here. So we'll put that into there. And the last one, which we'll work on shortly, is this one here, which is basically all 4 tracks are currently taken. But if we send, let's go over here and just send this guy around. So we'll go down here. I want to change the direction of this track to go this way for our testing purposes, so it just goes around in circles. We'll go over to here and send this guy along. Do we have a lever? We do. Stick a lever there, send them away. We should take it off now because it's on train lockdown. Hopefully the other train doesn't come along while we're doing this. As you can see, I've added in an infinite water source here from pressure pipes as well. And this guy will probably load up. Stop there and load up. Yep, there we go. He must have been fully loaded. Yes, he is. Cool. Looks like we're safe. Oh, speedy. So hopefully what will happen is it'll change. So you can see that it got ready to change, and we haven't got our redstone thing there working yet. So let's do that. And as you can see, it's sent it down here because this was available. If we were to grab another cart, let's just stick another cart in here and try it again. So I'll let this go, and I'll catch it when it comes back around. Okay, so he's back around here, and I've just taken this guy out to make it a bit easier to do. We still got the cart, just taking this guy out. So if we can do that, because there is a cart on that track, it'll now send them down this way, and hopefully he'll now load up properly. That's better. So I had to make a small adjustment to the system here. You'll see that I'm facing this guy out this way, and he's just running into this block up there. Mainly because it wasn't feeding into this block here, so I had to run it in this block, so this block here then transfers it into there. Nothing major, but that has fixed the problem, which is great. And now, of course, this guy should be fully loaded. Or at least mostly loaded, apparently. So that is cool. Next thing we need to do, of course, is just protect this line here. So if anything else is coming along here, it's not going to affect the... it's not going to let multiple trains along. So let's take that out. We will need to place a track there, and we'll probably just dig a little bit into here, I think. That. Perfect. Comes into our little area there. I want to run a block relay into there. Like that. With that on top. And we will run a block relay all the way down to here. Just to cover this piece of the track. Like that. We will need to, of course, link that up. Serve out. Like that. Down to here. And from there, all the way down to here. Once again, we don't want to go right to the edge. Well, we've got this here currently there. I'll move that. That there, put that on top, get rid of that. We will need need to, of course, finish surveying it. There. And probably need to actually move the locking track. So this guy needs to go to there. We'll run that there. And put it into train mode. And this can be our throttle track, which I don't think I re-grabbed. So throttle. Throttle track. We'll just replace that there. That'll be fine. Perfect. And we will just grab. So we'll link that up. Yep. So that should protect that area from being used. What we also want to do is over here, similar to what we've done in the tree farm, we're going to add in a interlock system, but we're going to connect it directly into here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's each of our tracks here. We're going to have to send this guy on his way, just temporarily. In fact, what I might also do, just for safety's sake, let's block that for now in case the other train comes back. Head back into here. And we need to take this guy out and place a block under it with a receiver. Yes? Why are you not linking to a receiver? There we go. It doesn't connect. No, good. Same here. Block under it. And a receiver. Block under it. And a receiver. And last but not least, block there. Receiver on top. And we want to link. Where's our. This guy. We will link the first one over here. So that's our first interlock. We will link that with that. Put a track on top. Followed by a locking track, which I just got rid of. Locking track. Locking track there. And we will set that back to train mode. Same here. We link a second interlock with it. There, to there. We will link. Oh, and we need to hit that. So it gets a circle in the middle. Grab that one. That one. That work. We're up to this guy. And we will place a track on top with that on top of that. And hit it with that. And then last but not least is this one, which needs to go to that one. Block, block. So that will set them up. Now, of course, they won't actually do anything because we don't know if there's a cart there. So let's grab an any cart. Can't detect any, and we will run it. Above the track, so let's put that there, and we'll just run these along that way, same whole way along for now. That, take that one out, and that one out, and that one out. We throw a controller. Where's the controllers? There. One on there, one on there, one on there, and one on there. And this way they won't interfere. So I was going to put them here, and I thought, well, if the train comes this way, then that's going to enable that one. So we don't want to do that. We will link the controller to the same thing. This one here needs to link the second one. This one here with the third one. And this one here with the fourth one. So that should ensure that all 4 lanes do not allow something in. Well, the moment something enters into here, it'll trigger these guys not to change. We can then hide that away again. Like that. We're going to hide that one. So in theory, if we go back and send this guy around, everything we want to do in this station should work now. Again, we've still got that cargo there. He will go into there. We can take that out. And now what should happen is it'll get to the end. Oh, actually, we need to change these guys to be redstone green. Very important. Because of course we need to make it so it sends that signal the other way. So that works. And it should stop anything entering this track from now on. Okay, so this works pretty well. Now there is one thing that I have realised I've done wrong. If we look at this routing here, we've said that if the redstone is true, now the green is when we give a redstone signal. So what we're actually saying currently is if this main line here where the wood train is currently free, then send the train this way. Which would mean that the wood train will always go this way. Because of course it's not blue, so it won't go down on one of these. What we need to do is change this to false. Like that. Put it back in there and that should fix that problem. So that now, as long as this guy is returning a redstone signal, it won't send it down there. Okay, so I think that's pretty much set up the signaling in the station here. It does mean we can have multiple trains going in and out and unloading and loading in the resources as we need to. I haven't had a chance to go over the signaling I'm going to do on the trunk line, so we'll probably have to cover that in the next episode, and then hopefully we'll get into some really cool stuff. I've got a really cool project planned, which I've never seen anyone do before. But for now, I'm going to end the episode here. If you enjoyed the episode or learned anything from it, please do hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or just want to say hi, leave a comment down below. But otherwise, have a great day, and see ya!